The stock market has been a wild roller coaster ever since the lockdown mid-March. With people being stuck at home, some having gambling FOMO, couple that with the ability to create free accounts and make free trades, more and more people have been pouring their money into the stock market, some even putting in money that they don't have. Now, free brokerage accounts can be created using any online platform or app that allows you to buy, sell, or trade stocks. A lot of millennials my age right now are using Robinhood and Webull. Those apps have exploded with account openings because, again, they are free and you can pour your money in there. Other people like to use websites like Fidelity, or in my case, I'm using Vanguard. It is very user-friendly. I've been using it since 2015. Might not be the right choice since Webull and Robinhood give you 2 free stocks. Affiliate marketing, I might get into that, but right now I am using Vanguard. As long as you are in the market, it is a start. Now, before we get in on the action and invest, I wanted to share with you and emphasize this very important piece of information, and it is to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and of course, do your own due diligence. In all seriousness, what I'm about to share with you is in no way, shape, or form a must follow with stock investing. I'm just sharing my own journey and what I have done over the past 5 years to get to where I am today with regards to investing in stocks. With that said, before I get into my strategies, I first have to let you know what my definitions are of gambling and investing. Gambling is throwing money at something, hoping and praying that your money increases. Not much calculated logic and more short term. Like betting it all on red or black in the casino, picking random single stocks in the stock market is a form of gambling. No one really knows what's happening in the stock market today or tomorrow. You can't predict the market, as they say. Investing, on the other hand, is when you put money to work with calculated risk and holding out for a long period of time, usually 1+ years. So here is my secret, not so secret strategy to investing. And after that, I'll be telling you about my gambling. For the past 4.5 years, I've been investing in index funds, S&P 500, stock ticker VFINX or VFIAX. Anything similar to that works. Simply put, instead of betting on a few random stocks, I am investing in a basket of the market's top 500 stocks in various industries. Now, how cool is that? Instead of owning just one stock, I am now owning a fraction of the top 500 stocks in the entire stock market. This takes the guessing and feelings of picking a stock out of the equation. And so let's just say one of the top 500 stocks in your index fund basket goes bankrupt. You then get a machine algorithm that backs you up and chooses the next best stock to put in that slot. I like to consider myself a hardworking, lazy person. So if there are any chances where I can automate my life, then I'll do it. Historically, over time, the S&P 500 index funds have consistently beat out traders and financial gurus out there, bringing back 7 to 8% gains every single year. Even Warren Buffett says, for most people, the best thing is to own this kind of index fund. Even he says that most investors like you and I are better off with a simpler approach that's still very effective. As a thank you for keeping your money in the index funds, on top of the 7 to 8% gain year over year, the index funds also spit out quarterly dividends as a thank you for keeping your money in there and letting it grow. It might not seem like a lot right now, but in this past quarter alone, the S&P 500 gave me several $100s in free dividends that I used then to reinvest back into the stock market. I was honestly quite shocked when I saw the dividends hit my account a couple of days ago because I got paid several $100s literally for doing nothing, just leaving my money in the index fund and letting it grow over time. The earlier you start, the better off you'll be in the future, but don't worry if you didn't start back when you were 21 or 18. The best time to start is now. Now, if you're convinced about getting index funds and that basket of stocks, that basket of goods, you want to put extra protection on it so that the greedy tax man doesn't rob you of everything that is in your basket. So that's where the Roth IRA comes in. Think of it as an armored truck protecting your money, protecting your basket of stocks. The Roth IRA is a special tax-free vehicle where you can invest up to $6,000 per year of your after-tax money. Also note that whatever you put into that Roth IRA account, you can take out without any penalties, just like your normal checking and savings account. As for the gains that you make over time in your Roth IRA, when you're investing index funds or whatever else you're putting into the Roth IRA, you can take out tax-free free after you turn 59 and a half years of age. So tell me, you're getting gains without getting taxed? Now that is a jacked account. One rule about the Roth IRA that you must know is that if you are making above $124,000, then you cannot put up to the $6,000 max per year into that account. Anything above $139, you can put $0 into the Roth IRA. Anything in between, then it's a reduced amount. Don't ask me why the contribution limits are set the way that they are. That's just what the IRS put as parameters for us. Ask the big boss man. But if you are making over $139,000 a year and you want to take advantage of a tax-free investing account like the Roth IRA, there is something called a backdoor Roth, and I know it sounds kind of scandalous, but we will get into that in another video. So like I said before, I've been in the S&P 500 index and putting that into a Roth IRA for the past 5 years, maxing out my contribution limits. Again, this year in 2020, it is $6,000 per year. Every year prior was like $5,500, $5,000. And so why not follow the ways of the wealthy? Because a lot of people had become millionaires through this method. And now the moment that you've all been waiting for, the big juicy gamble, the ultimate stock pick. And so, like I said, this is kind of like gambling because I just chose a stock randomly. I typically don't do this, but because of COVID, because of the lockdown and the stock market dipping so low, I just had to get in on the action. So I ended up choosing Boeing because it is one of 2 major companies that create airplane parts for the government and for other commercial lines out there, including American Airlines, JetBlue, Delta. And even if planes are not flying right now, and even if those airlines went bankrupt, I felt like Boeing would be one of the last companies to go bankrupt. It's been around for a long time. However, I could be wrong because this is all still speculation. Even though I did my own due diligence, I still consider this gambling. I got in at $129 per share, and since then it has fluctuated like crazy.
Dropping to 115, shooting up to 150, dropping down to 130, shooting to 230, back down to 170.
And right now it is between 180 and 200. So I don't know of too many people who can take this kind of volatility, but if you do, make sure that you strap in because it's going to be a bumpy ride. And yes, when choosing individual stocks, I decided to dump my money into this one stock instead of diversifying because remember, I am already diversified in the S&P 500. Big shout out to Miss Previty in my AP economics class in senior year of high school. We played a couple of fake stock market games, one each semester. The first one, I dumped into a penny stock. I came in last place. Second semester, I dumped into a blue chip stock, something like Boeing, something like Chipotle, and I got first place. But that was only possible because I dumped into one stock. Again, not saying that this is the best strategy, but that strategy worked for me in the past, and that is why I'm doing it today. By pushing into one stock, I figured that if I'm going to play and gamble, I might as well play big, swing for the fences, go for a home run, but also remember, this is just what I'm doing. I hope that maybe it gives some kind of insight to you. Do your own due diligence, and please don't put in money that you cannot afford to lose, because at the end of the day, this market is very volatile and you could lose it all. Please, 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 again, do due diligence. And one day, I hope at the very least, you open up a Roth IRA if you haven't already and invest in index funds. Until next time, this is Coach Jonathan David Lee, the channel about fitness and finance. I will see you next time.